Janet of Kuypers.
Oh, yeah. Janet of the Kuypers or something.
She's got a book in her hand. She knows how to use it.
And
Yeah.
I noticed that
Yeah.
in my father's birth certificate, Kuypers was spelled with an I,
Yeah.
like the astronomer from the Kuiper Belt. And I'm like, but I have, schedules going back to like great-great-great-great-grandfather in 1777 in Houston, and it always says with a Y, and I'm like, I have no idea what my name's supposed to be. Well, my birth certificate says a Y, so just whatever. But yay for astronomy, I guess. I'm just pulling out 3 poems from this book, Oeuvre, to share with you. This first one is called Against My Will. There have been so many times when I've been raped. Not that some man, some quote-unquote man, has physically held me down and forced himself into me against my will. That way is just too obvious. Not the someone tried to beat me up line, because that's old news. If you've done the research I have, if you've gone through what I have, if you've lived the life I have, because, I should be above this. I should be a feminist with a capital F. I guess with that in mind, I should not mind the catcalls or the whistles, or the fact that woman is just man with a couple extra letters tacked on, or that she is he with an S, like we're an extension of them. Or the fact that men first look at me by looking at my breasts and not my eyes. I should be aware that a woman with power instills fear, and a woman with power in a company could still be demoted outside of the company, where she can still be downplayed. I can handle the jokes, about being a blonde, or being dumb, or being both. And I can hear the line, always said insultingly, that we have to be irrational because we're just so emotional. I mean, how can you trust something that bleeds for 5 days a month and doesn't die? Well, fine. If you want to brush off everything that makes us strong, fine. If you say that we can't hold a job, fine. We'll just depend on you for money while we work on our own jobs, on our own time, while starting off in way to earn our own little nest egg. And how much money will you boys have when it comes to the end of your family line? How much of a life were you boys going to have when it comes to the end of your family line? How much happiness? Now this one will sound angry. There you go. Just straight out angry. Because that's what I do, because guess what? Life, when you're like all happy and skippy and sunshine, you don't think, I'm going to write poems. Unless you're Tom. I guess. This is a short one called I Don't Want to. I don't want to make $1 million. I don't want to worry about beauty first. I don't want to do everything myself, but I don't want everyone to do everything for me. I don't want to help the poor, and I don't want to give up what I have earned. But I don't think I earned this. And I don't think I think I'm actually being punished for deeds I did not commit. Who am I supposed to apologize to? Who am I supposed to hold accountable? Who am I supposed to forgive? I don't want to think of all the bad stuff, but some things are bad and some things are worse. And it keeps coming back to haunt me, and I don't like it. I don't want to live this way, and I don't want to keep paying for someone else's sins. People keep telling me that I'm being pessimistic when I say I don't want to, but at least it proves that I'm angry and that I live.
Yeah.
This is called How Do I Explain It? There are so many times when I've had so little hope. And maybe that's my problem, not yours. And maybe that's a bad way to start a poem. So forgive me. But the thing is, people keep trying to tell me that this is the hard part. And haven't I been through so much? Haven't I gone through enough? And I'm beginning to think that maybe I don't deserve it. And maybe bad things are meant to happen to me. And how do I explain that to the average person? How do I explain what I'm going through? How do I explain the way I feel? How do I explain it? I mean, I know I'm a writer, but explaining this all shouldn't be so hard. But it is. Describe the color blue to a blind man and see how you're at a loss for words. How do I explain this all with quick wit and a sharp tongue? So the key here for me is that sometimes good things can happen when you least expect it. And instead of my griping about it and feeling sorry for myself, maybe I should just be happy with it.
Yes.
And when people tell me that the sky looks really blue today, I just think, well, that's called science. The sky is always blue. And that answered that response. Is that supposed to make me feel any better? And maybe when people tell me that every cloud has a silver lining, well, maybe I should just enjoy that silver lining every once in a while. And when people complain that the grass is always greener on the other side, well, at times like those, maybe I should at least like the view from this side, because at least I get to see the green grass. Well, it's just a theory. Because maybe this ride ain't so bad, and maybe this side ain't so bad, and maybe there is a chance for that other side for me, and maybe I've had a taste of all that good stuff. And you know, it occurred to me that all that good stuff ain't all that after all, and maybe there is someone out there like me, and that maybe someone cares about me, and maybe someone would respect me and think I'm intelligent and beautiful. Maybe. A couple of days ago, John gave me some roses, an even half dozen, something they didn't even have to get wrapped up by a florist. Well, that's just my thought. But John had an answer for me. He told me he gave me the 5 roses for the 5 days he had known me.
Wow.
And the 6th one, well, was just for me, because I deserved it. And those were the words that he said. And this is what he said to me. And I have received flowers from other men before, and for all of that, this was different. Because he said those words to me, because he thought of me, and it was almost worth more than the flowers. I could go on and on about the fact that he's taller than me, and I can wear high heels in front of him and I won't dwarf him. And when he holds me, it feels like I'm actually being held and not like I'm about to break the man I'm hugging into 2 pieces. And maybe he was a Marine and can hold his own, and maybe he has traveled all over the place and has seen different things and had different chances. And yeah, maybe he carries all my stuff around in my apartment because he thinks it's too heavy for me. And yeah, I could get angry with that because I could think, I can carry this myself. I'm not a poor, helpless little girl, and I can do this. I don't need no man. But for now, I'm going to be stuck in this happy mode, remembering what it's like where the grass is greener and enjoying that silver lining. And well, being happy that I can almost touch that green grass now. Because I'm sick of hearing about the 4-leaf clovers and the rainbows and the pots of gold and all the other crap that's supposed to make you happy. And maybe I'm just happy that someone gave me attention and gives me attention. Someone who cares about me. That I got that attention from someone who thought I was worth it. From someone I thought was worth it. And when you finally get to this point, when you think that no one else can understand this feeling, and all the references to growing grass and bubbles and sunsets don't quite cut it. Well, when you get to feel this way, the way I feel, well, how do you explain it?